Well, looks like I ran it a little bit low. But I made it to the gas pump. Time to turn it off. But it literally said low. I'm scraping for pennies this week. See if it still says it. It's the first time it's actually said low. It said like 6 miles. I think when it got to 5 or something. Yeah, see, says low. Still says low. Okay, cool. I gathered up some pennies. Let's see if I can put a gallon in here and make it home. Bye. Hello, how are y'all doing? I just narrowly avoided disaster or good content, however you want to look at it. Nearly ran out. Once the little gauge thing says below like 5 miles apparently. I looked down and it said 6. Then when I looked down again, it just said low. And I was on fumes going into a gas station. I made it. I didn't run out, but I'm thinking if I would have ran out and had to push my bike into the gas station, it would have probably made better content. But I don't have anyone to come rescue me, so it would be just me pushing my bike down the road the last however many half mile, quarter mile, whatever. And it's all flat through here, so you can't even hope for a downhill. This is the Gulf Coast. What's a hill? They don't know. They don't even know what a basement is. They know what pier and beam is. I like the old houses that were built on pier and beam. Number one, they're easy to jack up. They don't flood as easy. And it's easy to level the things. But they do not know what a hill is. Supper, wash clothes, go to bed, wake up. I need to cook something to take with me, something easy. With something I can eat, I can heat up for food. I put like a gallon and a half in here, something like that. I put $7, that's all I had. That was the last of my money. And I have nothing until Friday. So if I don't take food with me, I will have no food for the journey. I've had to do that before. It sucks. I mean, you can find a way to get a drink of something somewhere. You can use your points. You can get some food sometimes off of points. I don't have that many points right now. My TA card might have some. I need to check that. Because that would be great. I don't have any money till Friday. So by the time I get to Michigan, my paycheck will be in my account and I'll be good. I just have nothing until then. I just put my last $7 in gas in a motorcycle to get me home. Still would have probably made better content if I had to push it down the road. Been like, woe is me. I'm pushing my bike down the road. I don't want breakdowns. I don't want out of fuel. I don't want anything like that. I just want to go home and go to bed. But I'm going to have to cook. And I'm going to have to do laundry. All that good stuff before I go. Wash the dog before he gets back in the truck. When I'm local, he's at home. When I go over the road, depending on where I'm going, but most places, I'll take my dog with me. And he rides with me. He's a road dog. That's just what he does. Hops in the driver's seat when I'm getting fuel. Walking out to my truck, looks like he's tapping his tail saying, "We gotta go." Obligatory stop and then roll. Just in case there's a cop somewhere. I like running with a group. It's like, what's a stop sign? Oh, that's that thing that like 17 bikes just went through. Well, the first one kind of stopped and said go. So we all went. Just how it goes. Something always comes up, keeps me broke. I was gonna make a cake, but I don't really have the money. Number one, well, I could have probably found the money for that instead of getting a steak. But I was too tired. And it's a long process. I mean, you make the cake and then you put it in the freezer or the refrigerator. Actually, the refrigerator. And cool it off. You know, you cool the layers off. Why is my ear itching? Then make the frosting and all that kind of stuff for it. I don't know if I'd do that live. I'd have to do like 2 cakes to do it live. So it'd be spread out and it was going to take too much time and I felt really bad. That's for my other channel. Now I'm on a motorcycle. Might take a guitar with me this time. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time to play it. Maybe when I'm getting unloaded. I don't know. I don't know how everything's going to work out. I keep from coughing. My throat's been messed up. Needs whiskey, but they frown on that. It's like cough, get it over with. I'm just poor, sickly, and sustaining off a cabbage soup. I'm not that bad off. Most of my problems are of my own doing. The others I'm married to. It's an avalanche up there. Does anybody ever run them like where they look like a Suburban? Because that's supposed to be like an SUV and a pickup kind of thing. But you never see them look like the SUV. They're always done like that in like the pickup mode. Do they even make those? I don't think they do anymore. But I don't think I've ever seen one that was done like the SUV mode. Mine. Oh yeah, car wash right here. Road gets a little slick. But they might as well that might as well be like a four-door Ford Ranger or something. I don't know. F-150, about the same size bed. Is there a fly in my helmet? I'm gonna open it. Just because. I was out at a landfill today, so wouldn't surprise me. Of course, my helmet's sitting in the passenger seat. I had to empty a trash box, and then I had to... What gear am I in? I'm third. Okay. I had to empty a trash box, and then... Well, no. How did I do that? Oh, yeah. I did a sludge box first, and I did a trash box. Sludge box went pretty easy. They got a pin missing they need to replace, though. I'm not moving that thing again. That's dangerous. The trash box, one of them big 40-yard trash boxes. And they just packed everything in with a backhoe. So then I go to lift it up, and it don't want to come out. And I had a hell of a time getting all that stuff out. But I got it out. And I dropped it off. I got it off. Then head back to the yard, do my paperwork, head home. Just another day in the life. So I probably smell worse than your average biker right now. Because I was at a landfill. And she's not going to let me in the house with these boots on. I gotta take them off, clean them outside. Dozers and compactors and all that stuff running. Back up over here. How it's supposed to work, well, at the pit, it's another thing. Because you back over the pit, swing the door open with it tipped up and everything comes flying out. But up on the hill, when you're dumping like trash, I'm supposed to be able to lift that box up. Things are supposed to start sliding out of it. When I pull forwards, it's supposed to all come on out and be like a nice, neat little pile. But when you take God knows how many pallets and all that stuff and you crunch it down in there with a backhoe, it sticks in there and it does not want to come out. And that makes everything a pain in the ass for me. But on the plus side, I am employed, so there is that. I do like what I do. I usually just haul chemicals. Like, I'm fixing to haul a load of, well, I don't know what the load is. It's a hazmat load to Michigan. There we go. It should be 4. 4? Yes, that's 4. Weather is absolutely beautiful. At least it wasn't 105. Because that stuff sucks. Because on the trash box, I have to tarp it. We don't have an automatic tarp on our crew. That means I have to climb up there. And I have to throw the tarp on there manually, kick it out over broken pallets, trash bags, everything else. And it's a job. As soon as you get there, you have to take it off. They won't even let you in the gate. But you can't drive down the road without a tarp or you get a ticket. So loading and I can get it a little faster. That would be awesome. Might need it higher here. There we go. I mean, this thing will do over 140 yards. So that's not a problem. Those clouds look pretty. That kind of spiral thing right there. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera or not. Sometimes what you see is not what the camera sees. It's like a distance sort of thing. Like how it focuses, where it focuses, that sort of stuff. But hopefully y'all can see that. That one cloud's kind of pretty. Number two, it's hot as hell for most of the year. It's like if you live in Phoenix, imagine the heat in August plus humidity. Because we're right on the Gulf Coast. East of Houston. Out here with the hogs and the alligators. And there are a lot of hogs. A lot of gators too that people don't realize. We have people move out here like now from California and what have you, like, oh my god, there's alligators. Yeah, they were there before the people were. Leave them alone. They've been there a few, 100,000 years. Leave them alone. You got a small dog, I wouldn't let it run around by itself. I would put it on a leash if you're going to walk it by the bayou. Or you might not have a small dog again. You might not have a larger dog. We've got one that's like 14, it's somewhere around 14 or 16 feet. Pretty good sized one in the bayou by my house. He's been there for years and years. He's getting kind of old. He's got kids though too. We usually don't have a problem with stray pets. We've got the cats in the neighborhood. They don't go to the bayou. We don't have too many cats. Like, we have just enough. We're not overrun. You don't see a bunch of stray dogs running around. Nope. First time they go down there for a drink, all you'll hear is a yelp. Won't be no more dogs. I mean, it doesn't have to happen that way, but there's a good chance. Depends on if he's hungry. So we swim in that water. There's a big ass gator in there and we swim in there. I haven't in years and years. But they swim with the piranhas in South America. It's like, are they hungry? And the only time they do that thing, like in the movies where they start skeletonizing stuff, is like during a drought. Where they get cut off from all their other food, where the water starts pooling. And then they eat everything else in that pool of water, or that little section. And then they start going cannibal because there's nothing else to eat. And that's the point where they will skeletonize you because they're going freaking nuts. Other than that, they swim in that shit. I think a gator Doesn't matter in the environment. Is he hungry? Is he not hungry? Time will tell. Hogs just don't give a shit. You cannot outrun a hog. I don't care if you're Usain Bolt. You're not going to outrun a hog. They run fast. They run faster than people. Might be able to corner one. Might be able to catch one by using your head. They're not exactly great at cornering. A lot of heavyweight, low, you know. You ever had to catch a hog growing up? These are wild hogs in much better shape. Your best bet with one of them is, it usually won't be one, it'll be a whole bunch of them, is to get your ass up a tree. They ate that lady down by Anahuac. You are on the menu. But they're tasty. And they usually don't eat people. That's kind of rare. I mean, well, they have people that hunt them with dogs, and the dogs just pin them to the ground and they walk up to them with a big knife, you know. But a hog will hurt you. Boar coon will hurt you too. We got those too. Boar coon will hurt your dog. That's why they tree that coon and they holler and they say, "You come shoot this bastard." And they got all shredded up ears and shit. I wanna go. Come on. Green light. I still don't think I've ever seen an avalanche done up with the back cover. It's always in pickup mode. Always. No shoulder. Well, I figured out my gauge is fairly accurate as far as it says low, you ain't got far to go. But you're good down to there. When it says 16, you're good. When it says 6, you're good. And it says 5, but it didn't say 5, it just said low. I could have done a collaboration. I could have called somebody, come out here and help me. We could have got some fuel and got it to my bike. I could have pushed it because I don't know nobody. That's just being broke. Honestly, one of the reasons I'm riding a bike to work is this is like 45, 50 miles to the gallon if you don't drive it crazy, ride it crazy, whatever. And my Ford generally gets about 18. I can get it up in the 20s if I put super unleaded in there. And I keep my foot out of it, and it's all highway miles, that sort of thing. But honestly, it's an F-150. It's got a 5.0 Coyote. And it gets about 18. That's about what it averages. 18. I'm also putting regular unleaded in it. It's supposed to have above 93 octane. Everyone just puts regular unleaded in it. They're like, fuck that. If I'm going on a trip, I'll put better gas in it. It runs awesome off of E85, but you lose fuel mileage. It's higher octane, but it's less efficient. So you get all kinds of power out of it. People call it race gas. That's not race gas. Race gas is not E85. Although an E85 tune on a bike will give you some more power. I don't know how it limits you on your fuel for other options, because at least my truck is like flex fuel kind of thing. I can do both. So I just put regular in it. Unless the, Lord bumps. I had it figured out, and I think it was like, if E85 is at least 10 cents lower than the price of regular unleaded, it's worth buying. If it's not at least 10 cents lower, it's not worth buying. And then regular unleaded, mid-range, and super unleaded actually cost me the exact same. I don't know who the bean counter was that figured that shit out, but I figured it out. My cost per gallon, you know, or my cost per mile and all that stuff, and it ended up costing me within like a cent, you know, whether I ran premium or whether I ran regular or what have you. You know, I got better fuel mileage, but the fuel is higher priced, so it kind of came out in a wash. But if I was going to make a long trip, I'd still put super in it just so I don't have to stop as much and it runs better. Or every once in a while I get a good paycheck and I just want to baby my truck. Here's you some super unleaded. Maybe the bikes won't laugh at you now. Bikes are mean. They'll make fun of your other vehicles. Especially if you're giving them regular and you're giving your bike super unleaded. They're mean girls. Especially if you got two of them in the garage, they'll gang up. But anyways, I will catch you later. Adios, fio con Dios, all that good shit. Deuces, yo. And I'm in neutral. Yay. But I will catch y'all later. And God, I gotta go home and cook. But see y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.